Hi everyone, Charlotte here. So today we're going to be finishing off the card that you saw in my last video, the colouring part. We're actually going to be assembling it today and putting it all together. So first I've got this stamp set from one of the Studio Calico kits. I'm just going to take the little thank you image and we're going to be embossing it onto some brown Nina Desert Storm craft cardstock. So just a little tip for when I line up my stamps, I like to place it down on my cutting board and line it up straight and then line up the lines on my acrylic block with the stamp so that I know that it's straight on the acrylic block and that line's straight basically. But yeah, so I'm just taking my anti-static tool and I'm swiping over the, like I said, I'm not sure if I said this before, it's Nina Desert Storm. But I'm swiping over it and I'm taking my Versamark ink pad and I'm going to be stamping that image on. And I kind of told where to have it because I'm kind of winging this bit at the time. It's not one, this isn't a planned out card, I kind of winged it all together. But yeah, I'm taking the Wow, I think it's bronze, oh God, can't remember exactly, it's on the video. But it is, it's like a metallic embossing powder. And I've got to say, the Wow, they're not that expensive and they have lots of different colours. I've got quite a few of the Wow products. And for the price, they're quite, it's quite decent because you can get a lot more different variety with the same price as if you were buying some other like embossing powders because they can be quite expensive. But anyway, yeah, so here, just give you a quick look at what it actually looks like and the shine that you get from it. It's a very, very nice embossing powder. And I'm just now taking my trimmer and I'm going to be trimming down that sentiment, the word I was looking for. I'm going to be trimming that down into a little strip that's going to be placed on front of the circle, image circle, which I did cut down. It's a lot smaller than in the original, in the first video. Oh, my phone's just gone off. It's a text message. Yeah, I'm now just going to be taking that little piece and I'm going to be cutting in like a banner edge on it. So I just literally take my little tiny, these are my detail scissors because it's quite a small strip. I didn't want to risk ruining it with my big scissors. And you just cut in the middle and then join the two edges. You can use a punch, which a square punch to do it, but I just did it quickly on this one. Anyway, now I've got this 6x6 paper pad by Basic Grey. It's called Mint Julep. And I'm taking a blue and a red. The blue's got sort of like little dots on them, which I am crazy about polka dots. If you watch my videos, you know this. I love polka dots. Now I'm cutting them down so that the blue strip is like if you see a wallpaper design where you've got the base a different colour to the top of the wall, and the top is like shorter than the bottom bit. It's hard to explain. You'll see in the video where it's basically the blue is on the bottom, it's a bit bigger. I think I'll cut that to 3.5. So either 3 or 3.5, one of the two. And then I cut the red to 1.5, I think it is. Yes, 1.5, I think. Can never remember. Oh, and here in the video you can see my little boo-boo. I cut a strip and I cut it too short, like a silly person. So I just take it over to the card and I put a little notch on where I want it cut, so that I've got a rough idea of where it has to be. And that sort of helps me judge how big the piece needs to be without having to risk, you know, cutting it too short and running out of paper, which you never want to do because then how are you you're gonna have to think of a whole new design, which just takes time. Anyway, I'm taking my tape runner now and I'm just running tape across all 4 sides and gluing that blue piece down at the bottom. You'll notice in a minute what I mean by the wallpaper design, where if you see the blue bit is a lot larger than the red bit, and if you had like a banner in the middle, it'd look like a skirting board railing thing. Anyway, off topic. I did cut that piece a bit too big, but I'd rather cut it too big than have to trim it down while it's on the card. The risk of cutting it too small and not having that piece for my card. So I took the risk, and that's basically what I did. And now I'm taking that focal image that I coloured in last week's video, not last week's, a few days ago video. Yeah, would be last week. Losing track of time here. And I'm taking that foam tape, which I've used in practically all my videos now. And this is actually my last project using that roll. I ran out while doing this project, which is very unfortunate. But I've got more, so it's no biggie. And here's what I mean by, you see, it's a lot smaller, the circle, because I did cut it down on my big shot, but I didn't film that part. Due to, like, at the time I was you know, my daughter had woken up and I need to go sort her out and stuff like that, so I didn't actually get time to film that bit. So that's what I did. Now here you'll see I'm going to be partially die cutting, like I'm going to be using a smaller circle and placing it on the edge of the banner so that I've got a perfect circle line that matches my image. And I'm just going to be partially die cutting that, and to do that you literally just run it through the machine just up to the point you want it, but don't run it all the way through. And here you'll see I'm an idiot and I run the thing through without putting my other cutting board on top. We all make mistakes. But I realised, put it back on and do it again. It doesn't harm anything, it just doesn't cut. So you'll see I've got a perfect, it matches up perfectly. So when I'm gluing it on, it will match to the circle perfectly, and it just saves having to like fussy cut when it's on the card, which is just not going to be very good. It's just not, it's just too much work when you can do it that way, and I already had my big shot out, so it's not like I had to get it out or anything like that. Now I'm taking my two-way glue pen, and mine's actually drying out because I use it so much. So I am going to need to be getting a new one soon, so I've not got much glue in it left. As you can probably see, I'm pressing it down like, come on, I need my glue. But yeah, I'm going to be gluing that down onto the, like just across the little girl on the image, so that it doesn't really cover any of the main like stuff. So like the little mouse is still visible, all of that is still visible, but it just ties it all together. I think it looks nice where it's like, I don't know, I just like it. And I'm going to take my We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper, and I do actually try to use the 1/4 inch setting, but I didn't like it because of the circle being so round. It just didn't look right, so I switched and I done the 2 inch. It doesn't affect or anything like that. So now I've got my distress markers, and I'm taking my antique linen marker, and I'm just going to be going around the edge with a little dash line. And in the video it's not very noticeable or anything like that, but in person you can see it, and it's just, I think it ties it all together because it makes it look like that little banner stitched onto the circle because it goes over the banner. So it sort of just adds to the like look of the card. It just ties it all in together, brings it all together, just makes it look more, can't think of the word, but it just brings it all together. I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of. Anyway, so I take my Wink of Stella glitter brush pen in clear, and I just go over the heart by the little teddy and the 2 hearts in the girl's hair, and then I also do her collar and her little like white area on her boots. So I think they're meant to be like boot things, you know, that people have under their boots, like woolly bits. I think that's what they're meant to be. I can't remember the name. Oh, I'm fumbling my words today. But yeah, I do that. And then I just take my glossy accents. I'll show you first. Can't see it there. I take my glossy accent and I go over all three of the hearts with it, and I think it just makes them pop a bit more, where it just gives a little added detail to the card, where if you look at it in person, you're like, oh, I didn't see that before. Oh, I didn't see that before. It just adds to it. And so while it's still wet, because I like quite a defined edge on the centre of my heart, I just take my quick stick and on the pointy bit of the quick stick, and I just basically push it in so that that heart part, like the centre, is defined, and it's really defined. Oh, you can see my nose. But yeah, it makes it a lot more like precise, where, you know, with the nozzle on the glossy accents, it's not always possible to do that. So this is just the way I do it while it's wet. And yeah, that's the card finished. Show you some pictures now, and you can see where it's domed up. And you can slightly see the little dash line around the edge. Yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I make new videos every Saturday. I make card videos, and I'll do haul videos throughout the month. So if I get any new items, I'll do a haul video. Little subscribe buttons up in the top, either the left or the right. So just click that and you'll subscribe straight to my channel. Again, thanks so much for watching. Your great support, and all the support means everything to me. So again, thanks. Bye.